Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. It's Greenwell54 here at you again. Tonight I'm going to be talking about movies. A lot of my friends know that I'm an avid movie collector. I love movies, absolutely. Almost any type of movie. I'm really into action, action-packed, and a little bit of drama. Um, but the more fighting, the better for me. Anyway, what I'm here to talk about is the quality of the movies that are coming out today. And the lack of great movies, in my opinion. You can take that for what it is, which is my opinion, but honestly, there's just not a lot of great movies coming out anymore. When I was a kid, I remember there was great, like, Disney, movies coming out. Not just Disney, but there were great movies in general. And as the years have gone on, there were a lot of great movies there for a little while, but now it's just kind of dropped off. You see a lot of remakes of really good movies that are is a really crappy remake. And then of course you've got, which I have nothing against Marvel, I have nothing against the Avengers or any of those. I love those movies. But you've got like the Avengers, which had a prelude of Iron Man 1 and 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, Captain America. Then the Avengers came out. Then after the Avengers you had Iron Man 3. Thor the Dark World just recently came out. And then I believe it's in April, April 4th maybe, I don't know, but Captain America, the Winter Soldier, it's gonna be really good. But you've got movies like that they kind of, that's the way movies should be. They have movies that pre-exist, that show these elements and these characters working together, or not working together, but as they are by themselves beforehand. And then in the Avengers, it all comes full circle. So they're doing it again with the second batch of superhero single movies that are going to come up, make up for the next Avengers to show what's happening in the situation at that time, which I love because it is awesome. It creates a backstory for an epic movie. Now to move on to my main topic, the fact that they're taking really good movies, classic movies, and they're remaking them into crappy remakes, horrible remakes. I saw one for Dracula, I believe it was, and it looked terrible. Now they do have a new installment of Godzilla coming out soon. I don't have full details on that, but it looks pretty good. Don't know if it's a remake, it might be just continuation. That's another subject that I can't stand, is continuation of movies beyond their peak. You've got the Child's Play movies. The original Child's Play movies were good. They were slightly boring because after the first one you knew what was going to happen. You knew the story before it happened. And they recently came out with The Curse of Chucky or something. It's the newest one. I have it. I watched it. Terrible movie. I hate to say it, but it's terrible. Um, they tried too hard to re-spark a classic. They were trying to make a fire out of a movie that had already started a fire and had fizzled out, and they tried to relight it, and all they did was throw more water on it. Horrible movie. Now, I did watch the new Thor movie, as I said, and it is excellent. There's parts in it that I couldn't really, I couldn't keep myself into it, but it was all overall a great movie. 8.9 out of 10. But I just can't stand how they're taking all these movies and remaking them. You've got Carrie is a remake that just recently came out. I haven't watched it. I heard it was alright, but it was a remake. It's like they're running out of ideas. They've done the Texas Chainsaw. Um, see what else I have over here that they redid. Evil Dead. Evil Dead. Those were great movies. The new one, it's like they try to take it and up the gore, make it a lot more bloodier. Not really my taste. Then you got movies like the new Hunger Games. I heard it was really good. I saw the first one, and it's just one of those movies I couldn't make myself get into. I couldn't stay into it. It was an okay movie. Number two, I'm hoping is a lot better. But what really gets me as the remakes, like the Saw movies. Those weren't remakes, but they continued it after the fire had already burned out. Well, you had like 7 of them. The first 4 were good. After that, no. It was just the same story, the same plot. It was boring. You had different ways to kill people, but you knew what was going to happen before it happened. Most people said, oh, well, I could tell by the 4th or 5th movie who the real killer was all along. Well, yeah, it was pretty obvious. But yeah, that's my movie rant. Like I said, I'm a big collector of movies. I love movies, but the recent movies that have been coming out just aren't up to snuff. Um, I can't stand when they continue them for too long, and I can't stand remakes that suck and make the originals look terrible. Because it's a new generation of people watching movies, and what makes it or breaks it for these older classic movies that are actually really good is this next generation watching these new generation movies. It kills it. Like, honestly, just go out. I mean, rent the old ones, buy them because they're actually pretty cheap. You can get, like, I got all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all the older ones, for like $20 on DVD, every single one of them. And then I bought the new one, and the new one was actually pretty good. It was like a reinvention of that storyline and that character, but I don't know. I'm partial to the classics. I always have been. So that's my little rant today. Like I said before, you like what I'm doing, you want to hear me talk about more subjects, rate my, I don't know about rating, but comment and message me, whatever. Just send me a personal message or comment, be like, hey, could you do this one, or could you do this subject, something like that. I mean, I'm pretty much down for anything to talk about. Alright, well, I'm off of here. Good night, YouTube. This has been Greenwell 54, coming at you live. Keep on gaming.